Hey guys, welcome back to the Vile J channel. Today, I just want to do a little rant about how I'm feeling about Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, I guess. I'm kind of crashing out. The modern game's just too fast for me. It's been too fast for me for 10 years, and I don't know. I'm a Yu-Gi boomer. I started playing with starter deck Joey and Pegasus, and grew up in that era. 28 now. I've gone through college. I work full time, and I have a hard time committing the time to keep up with the game. I jump online and I get creamed, even if I'm playing a good deck and I know how my deck works. It's like, oh, I don't know every new card, every new interaction. I guess I just don't stand a chance against, somebody who, they don't even have to know what I do. They just have to make their own board and go first. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how to play around these 3 interactions plus 2 hand traps or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, okay. Next game. And then I go first, and I'm playing a deck from 4 years ago because, I like Infernoids and whatever, and they know what Infernoids do, so it's kind of tough. And that's not to say I don't enjoy modern decks. Like, I have Yummy and Draco Tail and Memento. I like modern decks. I like modern game design. It's just those decks can only really play against each other and have, be fun. Whereas, I guess I could play, any goat deck against each other and it would be, a pretty good time. Or, most hat decks are pretty good against each other. That's, a pretty fair power level. But modern decks, it's there's so many cards that's just okay, I can't play my Magnet Warriors against Snake Eyes, for instance, because the Snake Eyes deck has a higher power ceiling and higher consistency. So, there's not much that the weaker deck can do when the other deck's just powerful, just that powerful. Can I use this right now? I don't think it's even worth it. Yeah. But yeah, just kind of crashing out. I love modern Yu-Gi-Oh, but I have a hard time playing it. I have a hard time finding people to play it with. My other friends are like, "Why don't just play something else?" I'm like, I get it. You have a DDD deck, and Nate has an Eldritch deck, so it's hard for you guys to play against each other because the DDD deck plays forever, and the Eldritch deck is kind of a slower deck and more interactive during both players' turns. So I get it from both ends. It's tough. It's hard to find just a balanced game that both players can enjoy and feel like they're interacting with the way modern cards interact with each other. It's not so much on the players, it's more so on the cards, I feel like. Because, as players, we almost have to determine amongst ourselves, okay, well, if you want to play your Eldritch deck, then I have to play X, no, one of these X decks in order to guarantee that we're going to at least have a game run on both our ends. Because if I pick any of these other decks, they're going to be too weak against your Eldritch, and if I pick any of these decks, they're going to, cream your Eldritch, and your Eldritch isn't even going to get to play. So it's it's strange that even within, the modern game, there's just, it almost just feels like there's so big a card pool that you almost need multiple formats. And then here comes Konami or whatever with Genesis, and fucking that. I really wanted to be into Genesis, and it was really cool at the beginning when everyone was just playing their pet decks, and my homies and I were just yo, let's get together and play our pet decks. That's so cool. But if I go online, I can't play my pet deck in Genesis format because I get stomped. I'm just playing against modern decks, and it's not even that modern of decks, Spriggans, dude. Spriggans with set up 3 interruptions, and I'm like, ugh, I can't play through 3 interruptions. Damn it. I didn't mean to do that, but that's all good. I have a hard time finding the joy in Uh, there's no real joy in having to stress about the game being fun. I should just be able to sit down and play the game and it be fun. Like, I shouldn't have to overly think about the decks that we're playing, the cards that are in the decks, the different interactions that can occur, just to make sure that both players are to, like, sit down and have a good time. And I get that it has to be like that when you have so many cards and cards coming out all the time and whatever, but it's a lot, and I can't do it. I like too many games, I like too much stuff for me, like, to consistently be like, I need to update my decks. Especially when I can't play online with the decks that I like without knowing I'm gonna get stomped. I have to literally be like, okay, no extra deck, no pendulum, no exceed, you know what, I gotta be one of those guys, and I mean, I'm being dramatic, but like, I want to be able to play with all the cards. I want the games to feel good. I want the interactions to matter on both ends. And I'm just in here playing fucking GX Spirit Callers, and this game's pretty fun. I feel like the interactions kind of matter. Oh no, my Cyber Dragon. It's time to get my guy out, and I don't think he even matters because I don't have a dragon in the graveyard yet. I hope it's not an on-summon ability. I love that every card in this has a 3D model. Oh my gosh. I hope I get to equip that. I had a feeling I don't really need Power Bomb at this point. No, I can't equip it. It must be an on-summon effect. Ah, yeah, it puts on special summon. Motherfucker. That's stupid. But yeah, I'm literally just kind of over modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Yesterday I went on a date with my girlfriend and we went to a nice restaurant and we pulled out our goat decks while we were waiting for our food and we played half a game of goat, ate our food, finished it up. She had a great time. She was like, wow, that was so fun. I'm glad we brought these. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. That's sweet. So, I don't know. I think even with her, it's like, yo, play Marine Cess against me. She's like, but the combos are so long. I'm like, the combos are so short. You love Marine Cess. It's like 10 special summons and you're done. Come on, play it. And she's like, all right. And then you're like, she's really good with it and she'll beat my ass with Marine Cess. But like, it's hard for her to transition. She's like, okay, I know Marine Cess, but like, I also like Rika and I also like Witchcrafter, but in order to beat you, I have to play Marine Cess because everything else is just like, if I don't know it super well, I can't play it. And I'm like, oh, I get that. That makes sense. I'll play it against you so you can see how the combos go. And she's like, well, then you have to make the story up for how the cards go together. And I'm like, oh, damn it. Okay, I can do that. And then it just becomes more of an interesting thing for me to like connect with my girlfriend over something stupid that I love. But I'm glad she's there for it. And yeah. I don't really know what else to say about what it's like to have Yu-Gi-Oh! Crash out. I mean, I like Edison stuff, but like, it's kind of weird just going online on Dueling Book and Edo Pro and being like, hey, let's just play old formats. Which is cool, because there's always a community for it, but I don't know. I have to then like get all my friends like, hey, build an Edison deck. Build a hat deck, you know, so we can play these games in real life when we're hanging out and stuff. And sometimes they're down, but sometimes they're like, bro, I already have 10 decks, like, and we barely play. Like, my one friend, he's like, I couldn't tell you the last time I played my Crystal Beast deck. And I'm like, bro, you have 2 Crystal Beast decks, don't you? He's like, oh yeah, the normal one and the advanced one. I was like, yeah. But then again, like, we talk about it and we're like, oh yeah, so I guess you don't really enjoy just sitting there and special summoning a million times so that you can get one boss monster that finishes the game on the next turn. And if it doesn't finish the game itself, it literally it special summons all the guys back and you punch your opponent for game. And it's the same play pattern. Like, hit or bust every time you play it. Like, you either do the combo and you win with the Rainbow Over Dragon fucking crazy wipe the board, summon all the guys, or you fucking die to 2 hand traps. Because I feel like that deck can usually play through one. It has like all the extension in the universe, but 2 hand traps and it's just over. So I don't think this guy can equip anything. Okay, cool. I guess just to wrap this video up, I'm probably not gonna make any more like Yu-Gi-Oh deck profiles unless it's a deck I'm really passionate about. Like I might upload my Infernoid deck or, you know, my Runic deck and stuff like that because I just really love those decks. But in general, I'm probably not gonna upload any more Yu-Gi-Oh content except for like a couple little things. Just modern games are too hard to record. We spend way too much time reading our own card effects. I feel like because I have over like 100 decks, and my friends have like a dozen decks each, so it's not like we just play one deck all the time. And like the deck profiles, like my decks aren't competitive or anything, because I don't want to whoop my friends' asses every time I play. I just want to have a good game, so they're like moderate power level, and I feel like there's not really a lot of interest in like moderate power level Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone's like either high octane, or they just probably aren't really looking online for content like that. And I don't know if I'm actually going to update any of my Genesis decks, just because I like playing Genesis like with the homies, but like my Genesis decks suck. You know what I mean? It's like Subterrors, War Rock, Amazement, Volcanic. And it's great to play against like the Red Dragon Archfiends and the Eldritch, for instance. We just like switch over some cards and bam, my friend's Eldritch deck is just ready to go. It's just always a good time when we play like our fun decks and shit. But again, I can't find any games online without being like hyper specific in the search engine for what I want. I don't want to do that. I just want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So here I am. I might just play some of this online, like not actually like Wi-Fi battles, I guess, but like I have 2 copies of this game and I have 2 copies of every other Yu-Gi-Oh! DS game because, you know, whenever you want to play, like on the road or whatever, like bam, backseat driving or whatever, backseat riding, and like hand somebody else a DS and be like, let's duel. I got the action replay. You can put whatever cards in your deck you want. We can play any format. Up until 2010. 2011, I guess. Yeah, and even after like Edison format and all this like retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Like this is 2006 or 2007. Even after retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Into like hat format and like that was good stuff. There's good decks and good games to be had within like the hat format space. And yeah, I even argue into Duelist Alliance. Duelist Alliance was pretty cool, even though it power crept everything before and completely warped card design. I would argue they were doing that before anyways, though. Duelist Advance was just like, yo, this is the spiciest new stuff. New Xyz deck, new Synchro, new Fusion, new Pendulum. Like, everything was just brand new and everyone was hyped. But, like, honestly, quickly after that, like, it became a lot. I feel like it was hard to keep up with, almost, because it was just one really fast deck after another, and when it wasn't, it was like, oh, we gotta play around towers. So now it's like a control meta, but then it's like, oh, but then Necros are really good. Oh, just kidding, now it's Spiral, now it's Pepe, not, you know, or it was Pepe, now it's Spiral, now it's something else, it's Dinosaurs, it's something. It's just so hard to keep up with the trends when I can just like go back and summon my Cyber Dark Dragon and look at that guy. Oof. Spiciness. So cool. I love the Ancient Gear Golem. It's gonna suck that I have to take him down right now, but I think this is the play. Another one. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else is experiencing Yu-Gi-Oh! Crash Out like me, but if you are, you're welcome to share it in the comments below, or whatever, or just suffer in silence. And just know that there's somebody else out there who's dedicated their whole life to playing cards, and has hundreds of Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks, and loves Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, more than a lot of other things in their life, and is just like, this game kind of blows. I don't know if I want to keep playing this. I think I'm just going to sell all my decks on eBay. Except for the really cool ones. But like, there's like Flesh and Blood is really fun to play, and all of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Friends really like that one. Or like one of my other Yu-Gi-Oh! Friends likes Gundam. So like, we have other card games to play, and it's not like we're hurting for other things to do. It's just like, we're almost hurting to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's just like, damn, this game kind of blows a lot of the time. I hope I can summon this really crazy guy using this guy on the field. Guy in my hand. Hell yeah, it looks like I can. Oh, it looks like I have multiple options. This is the guy I was talking about though. Sweet. Hell yeah. I wish I could have had this guy equipped to my Cyber Dark Dragon. Meteor Black Dragon. That guy's sweet. Oh, Crowler. You're totally toasted, buddy. Alright, well, thanks for watching the vid, guys. I guess that's all I really had to say. I guess I'll finish this duel up. You guys wanted to stick around for it. I guess I can continue ranting. One time I topped regionals with Infernoids, and then I had an invite to nationals, and it was pretty cool. I didn't do very well, but it was a good time. I've been to a couple YCSs and a couple nationals, and me and my girlfriend have lots of tokens that we've taken pictures like together in, and yep, I have lots of playmats that I've won and collected over time. Many a decks. I feel like I know what I'm talking about when I talk about game design, because I've just been playing card games since I was so young. But at the same time, maybe I really don't, because I'm not the one making any decisions for any card games. I'm just the guy who's like chilling, enjoying themselves as they like beat Crowler, their favorite character. If only I could beat this one guy without dying. I sacrifice a god. Cyber Dragon. Stop him. Yep, that's the problem with Reflect Bounder, is it's gonna hurt to deal with. Just a reminder of why old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still kinda cool. Maybe not the greatest, because like, I mean, those like so many turns into the duel, but hey, it was fun, and I'm glad I did it. So yeah, I might upload some more old school content on the channel for like old Yu-Gi-Oh! Games and stuff, whether it be like me just playing against computer players or playing against the homies or whatever. And yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know if anyone would watch that, but it might be fun to upload. Cool. Thanks for listening to me rant.